If we know Trevor Lawrence is a sure thing, why wouldn't John trade three first to get Kyle as quarterback? Good question. I don't think you have to trade up to get a quarterback. I don't think you need to spend $40 million to get a quarterback. 10 years ago, there used to be 10 good quarterbacks in the world. And if you didn't have one of those 10 quarterbacks, you had no chance. Now there's like 35 good quarterbacks. And every year there's 5 of them coming from college, not just one. I think it's a mistake to fall in love with a quarterback. Let him come to you. If you can't get Trevor Lawrence and you can't get Kyle Trask, but Zach Wilson's just sitting there, it's good enough. And what you do is you have a very good quarterback who's cheap, and you still have your draft picks. I think it's more important to put a quarterback in a good situation and surround him with a good team than to get the greatest quarterback you can and surround him with nothing. Look at the Lions. They had the number 1 pick in 2009. They got Matt Stafford. He's been expensive forever. They've never been able to put a full team around him, and they never win. And it's not his fault, but it is kind of his fault because he's so expensive. Trevor Lawrence is great, but he could get drafted by the Jets, and they could ruin him. Meanwhile, if Kyle Trask gets drafted by the Niners, Trask could have a better NFL career than Trevor Lawrence. A lot of these guys' fortune is based on where they're taken, what kind of offense they're in, how many coordinators they have in their first 5 years of their career. There's no guarantee that Lawrence will have a better career than Trask. He's a better prospect than Trask, but a lot of these, it's not just about the quarterback and how hard he works. A lot of it is about the situation he's in. So the Niners need to feel confident that they can give a young quarterback the best situation. You give them the defense, the run game, the tight end, those wide receivers, and a top 5 play caller on offense. He should be fine. You don't need Trevor Lawrence. You don't need to mortgage your entire future. You don't have to make the Ricky Williams trade just to have a quarterback. Trey Lance is good enough. Let's talk about Trey Lance. If the Niners can get Trey Lance, and it's looking like he might drop to him, take him. Forget Trevor Lawrence. Stick with Trey Lance. Hold on, I get more questions coming in. Do you think Kyle's ego will allow him to draft a quarterback in the first round? Yes. I'm telling you, when he got that 6-year contract, that enabled him to take the quarterback in the first round, even with Jimmy Garoppolo on the roster. He can do whatever he wants, people. Do you get this? Most coaches in Kyle Shanahan's position couldn't just get rid of Jimmy Garoppolo, who's won 3/4 of his starts, who's been to a Super Bowl, who's a vet. They couldn't just get rid of him for a rookie and be like, you know what? We're going to take a step back before we take a step forward. Kyle can do that. Kyle can do whatever he wants. Does Kyle seem like the kind of guy who's going to pass up the opportunity to get the exact quarterback he wants just so he can be more competitive in the short term? I don't think so. Don't expect Kyle Shanahan to make a panic win now move. Don't expect him to trade for Matt Ryan or Kirk Cousins or any quarterback who's expensive. He's going to make his pick. He's going to pick a quarterback in the first round, and it could be Trey Lance.